Hey everyone, it's Michael Phair from BIT here. I'm here with Matt Druce in the next episode of our lockdown lowdown. How you getting on, Matt? You well?
Yes, mate, I'm very good. Thank you. I'm very good. It's a bank holiday weekend, so can't complain. How you doing?
Yeah, awesome. Aye, as I say, off Friday, Monday. So looking forward to
Oh,
a
nice.
weekend full of painting.
Ooh, what's on the agenda for painting?
I've done the bathroom. The hallway's been done. I'm going to do the ensuite, and I think the spare room. This room I'm in. Not this colour.
Nice.
I'm not that
I was gonna
die-hard
say.
BIT. That's not me just now. Yeah. So, what is the best thing that you're finding just now about working from home?
um, I think for me, I've tried to flip it into a bit of a positive of working from home. Obviously, Olivia's only 6 months,
Yep.
so being able to see her more often has been an absolute blessing.
Oh, fantastic. And then what about keeping fit? Have you been out
Mm,
exercising? What have you been up to?
yeah, been trying to. I'll be honest, I'm finding more reasons not to do it than reasons to do it at the moment. So
I know.
um, it's difficult, but I can see you're running a fair bit as well.
I'm trying. Yeah, done a couple of 10Ks this week. But it's more I mean, I'm fairly honest with the being stuck in the house and like it's tough and that, and like you're always just here. And I think that hour out running, it just totally changes your day. Do you know what I mean? Changes your outlook, and just to get a bit of a sweat on.
Yeah,
Especially with like the awesome hot weather we've been having. You know.
yeah, definitely helps. I think that post you put on, I think it was last week, when it was
Mhm.
kind of like just get your trainers on and get it done type thing.
Yep.
Um, I had that moment yesterday morning. I was sitting on the sofa, I had the news on, had a coffee, and I was like, "Oh, my back's a bit sore. I don't need to go for a run. Oh, my knees a bit stiff." And I was like, "Go and get your trainers on and see how you feel." And then I went outside and managed to get it done. And you
Amazing.
come in and you feel brilliant. You feel like, I mean, don't get me wrong, you're knackered, but you feel good, and it sets you up nice for the day. That time just to clear your head. So definitely,
Yeah.
you just got to try and whack the trainers on and get it done when you can.
Yeah.
And then if I've been on a run, everything in the house that day, whatever I can see, I eat because I think it's acceptable because I've been out on a run. I'm like, I can eat that. It's fine. I've been on a
It,
run.
yeah. Yeah. My mate say to me, it's not earned. So like you go a 10K run, you've burnt off. I burn like 1,000 calories. That's not then me okay to go and have a Domino's pizza. As my better half says, but you think it's in the bank. You've banked it.
Yeah.
Um, Going to the middle of the interview then, on a more kind of serious note, Matt. What's going to grow on your clients and stuff just now within BIT? Where are you at with them?
Um, it's a mixed bag, I think, across the board. Don't get me wrong. Ultimately, business has slowed down. There are a number of customers that I'm talking to that have got plans for the next kind of 2 to 3 months.
Yeah.
Once we understand how we're going to come out of this and there's some clarity about what our exit strategy is, they've got big plans to be able to then grow and really expand their team. So I think we're definitely going through a lull at the moment.
Mhm.
It has slowed down. We've seen it. I'm sure most other people are seeing it as well. But I do feel in the coming months as we come out of this, it's going to be. I'm expecting a bit of a hockey stick effect. I think is
Yeah.
is what Nicholas is using anyway. Is
Yeah.
kind of the phrase, and I think that's a really good. It really
Yeah.
is exactly that. So I can see that happening. But
Yeah.
ultimately, it's fairly slow at the moment. I'm
Yeah.
assuming you're seeing the same as well.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the same thing. It's keeping. I think it's keeping close to the clients. Trying to keep on the horizon what they've got on, and that they don't all switch on the same day at the same time, looking for the same resource. So it's trying to kind of look over the horizon and advise. As the kind of experts in our field of IT and sourcing. Um, so our next question here then is, how do you think this will change the way we work in the long term, Matt? What's your thoughts?
I think there's going to be a huge shift. I think eventually we've got, for the people that are still working, ultimately over the last 6 or 7 weeks, we have been productive, working from home, and it has worked. Ultimately,
Yep.
the current working from home setup is not normal. It's not a normal
Mhm.
situation because you have like two parent, like mum and dad working from home, and they're trying to
Yep.
homeschool the children as well.
Yep.
That's not normal working from home. But I
Mhm.
do feel that now that a lot of the companies have got the infrastructure and the IT and the tech in place to allow people to log on and do what they need to do from wherever they are,
Mhm.
I don't see there being in the future the need to have these big, bold offices where they're paying thousands of pounds in rent. I don't see that being necessary anymore. And I'm sure companies will be looking at that saying, you know what, we don't need to do this anymore. We'll still have a central hub where all of our team can come and we can meet. But for working practices, we don't need to all be in the office at the same time. So I think we will see a big shift. We'll see people being able to do jobs from anywhere in the world, or I suppose anywhere across the UK, with a few, maybe a couple of visits to a hub where they all meet up, to kind of keep that team togetherness. So yeah, I think it will change a lot. What about you? What do you think?
So I can go and recruit in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
My feet up in the
Mate,
beach.
if you can get that signed off, I'm coming with.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you're totally right. I think there will be a change. I think a lot of organisations. I mean, this morning I was on to one of the recruitment managers at WebHelp, and we're talking about their organisation and what they're doing and how remote working and even agile working is two different things. Of how well it's actually working.
But I think also when you've got companies that have traditionally struggled to hire certain skill sets because in their local market they haven't got them available, that opens up the door completely. You can tap into markets that are not just on the doorstep, but skill sets that are maybe sitting in, I don't know, Manchester or London, supporting a company that are based in Dundee, for instance. I don't know. We will see that shift, and I think that'll open up the market nicely for a lot of people.
Obviously, we've been doing lots and lots of video meetings and stuff at BIT. I mean, how have you found the kind of changeover to doing a lot more stuff via video and via video calls with candidates and contracts and such?
I wouldn't say I'm the best at video calls and video meetings. In all honesty, I think I've been a slow adopter
to the
technology. I'm just not that comfortable on camera. I don't think, to be honest.
A man of your caliber, no chance.
I'm not a fan. Face to face meetings, like in coffee shops or in offices, is fine. Over the phone, all good. But the video stuff has definitely taken a little while to get used to. Obviously, we've done lots of stuff like internally, and we've done stuff there. But ultimately, I think I'm a bit of a slow adopter. I'm not in your league anyway when it comes to video. You're like the man in the moment of video.
Totally not. It's constant face check. The missus is like, "Are you just going to stop doing that anytime soon?" I'm like, "No." Keep myself out there. Our next question then, Matt, have you learned any new skills during your lockdown?
So I don't know about new skills. I'm reading a couple of books that I try to read. I'm not, I suppose, not learning new skills, but I'm reading.
No, it's learning. What is it? I mean, is it motivational? Is it autobiographical? What is it you're into just now?
Never Split the Difference. It's all around negotiation.
FBI agent.
Yeah, which is really it's
book,
quite
mate. Yeah, I've read
interesting. I also spent, I think it was a couple of weekends ago, learning HTML. So I spent about 4 hours on a Saturday. I mean, when I say learning HTML, it was just like a very bog standard online thing, but it was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. So I think I've got introduction to CSS next or something like that, or CCS, something like that. So
style sheets, yeah. Awesome. I mean, you'll be building websites in no time. That's awesome. All the coders on here. We're trying. Where's the first place then, Matt, that you're going to go after lockdown?
That is a superb question. One is I need a haircut, that is for sure. But ultimately, I think it will just be spending time with family. Obviously, I haven't got much family up here, but Alex is, like, my in-laws are all up here, and they haven't been able to see Olivia for a long time, and she's at such a young age where she's changing all the time. So I think a visit to the in-laws and going to see them first and foremost will be on the list. Second will be to the gym.
That's awesome. Well, Matt, thanks very much for your time. I appreciate it.
Cool. No problem, mate.
Get back to recruiting and catch up with you soon. All right.
Absolutely, mate. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much.
Cheers. Thanks.
Cheers. See ya.